So when the officers arrived and knocked on the front door of the residence this morning, the door was opened by someone inside, and the officers observed through the open door Mr. Pelosi and the suspect, Mr. DePape, inside the entryway of the home. At this time, the officers remained outside of the threshold of the home, and they observed Mr. Pelosi and Mr. DePape each with one hand on a single hammer. It was one hammer that the officer observed. Officers, while still outside of the doorway threshold, gave commands to both men to drop the hammer. Mr. DePape immediately pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently attacked him with the hammer. The officers immediately entered, tackled the suspect, disarmed him, took the hammer away from him, and took the suspect, Mr. DePape, into custody. They requested emergency backup, and they rendered medical aid. I can confirm that Mr. DePape forced entry into a rear door at the rear of the Pelosi home. I want to reemphasize and thank our dispatcher, Heather Grimes, for her intuition, her quick thinking. She had to interpret what she was being told. And based on her experience and her intuition, she basically figured out that there was something more to this incident than what she was being told. Her actions, in my opinion, resulted in both a higher priority dispatch and a faster police response. I think this was life-saving. We also have received questions about how many times Mr. Pelosi was struck, and there's a lot of speculation out there. What we know is he was struck at least one time. We're going through our evidence, and when we have a definitive answer, we can release that. But right now, we don't. So we know he was struck at least one time, and that's what we know. We also know, based on our investigation at this point, that this was not a random act. This was intentional. And it's wrong. Our elected officials are here to do the business of their cities, their counties, their states, and this nation. Their families don't sign up for this to be harmed. And it is wrong. And everybody should be disgusted about what happened this morning.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.